then welcome back, Dave. Another episode.
Yeah, we've had a couple of weeks off, mate. Good to be back.
Yeah, obviously we didn't have a fixture Sunday, did we? Men's team, so we I think we needed a bit of a break from it. So, but yeah, we're back now. Before we start, big shout out to our kit supplier, O'Neill's. Yeah, that's not you. So you've got the old one. I killed it.
Yeah, bought me a new one. What bad new gear?
Yeah, I was looking for a UK-based sublimated manufacturer, and O'Neill's were based in Ireland. The football team I play for used them and highly recommended them. North Ferriby, and yeah, they offer them tops and quarter zips, polo tops, kit. So it's really good quality. All our kids have it. So yeah, about 5 weeks delivery from order, but really good quality. And if you want a UK-based manufacturer rather than something from India, Pakistan, or anywhere like that, I'd definitely recommend O'Neill's. So yeah, they're in today. They're in this shop for this video. So yeah, obviously a lot has happened since we did the last one. Yeah. I think after the last episode, we had a game day. Did we play on the Saturday first, the women's?
Women's played away at York.
Yeah, but on the Sunday we had a busy day, didn't we? So we went to watch the Tier 1 day at the Velodrome in Manchester.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Impressive, isn't it, that?
That's, yeah, for me, I said this to a few people, I think that was better than St George's Park for me.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think just the size of it, the sheer size of it, and all that centralised on that court.
Yeah, they've done a good job, Manchester, there, putting it on.
Yeah. So we watched 2 games, didn't we, before we travelled back for our
watched the first 2. Who was the first one? Bloomsbury,
Helvetia. Yeah. So big game for them too. Helvetia just starting to try and secure that 4th spot.
Disappointed with them. They didn't. I was expecting a bit more, but Bloomsbury just seemed to control it, didn't they, and do enough. Didn't think it was brilliant, but probably. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I was hoping to see Ivan Zhu play.
Yeah.
He was on the bench, and I was hoping he'd come on. I like big, strong, physical players, so he's definitely what I wanted to see. I think they massively missed him this season. Obviously, Liam Palfreman wasn't there, so 2 big players I think they were missing. But if they can get them 2 back with everyone else at the same time, I think they'll be all right.
Gonna have to hold off Bolton now, aren't they? So it's the next game we watch, won't it? You don't see many 1-0s in futsal.
To be fair, it's one of them. I think when we looked at it, I think we saw exactly what we've been trying to do in the past, and when we've come up against better teams. I think we tried against Bolton, didn't we? Just sitting in, trying to not concede and see if we could nick one, and I think that was a perfect 1-0. Backs against the wall performance for Bolton.
I'll give them did it really well, didn't they? I thought first half, was it 0-0, I think, at half time, but I think there's probably 4 chances in the game. They all fell to Bolton. I don't think the keeper made a save, did he?
No. It's a bit of a strange one. We didn't really go at Bolton and try and turn it into a bit of a basketball game.
It was a bit slow, I don't know, but I thought Bolton did it well. Just got behind the ball, all 4 in, tucked in, hit them on the break. It worked for them. A little bit boring, but won the game. Fair play to them.
Yeah. Another thing on the day, we saw quite a few futsal faces. We saw a few people. I think the first one we saw was one of our biggest fans, actually. This show is Mark Beckett.
Mark Beckett, yeah. Yeah, wanted a photos and everything, didn't they? But yeah, it was good to see him. Just making sure we weren't actually filming on the day out. So, but yeah, it's good to see people coming up introducing themselves. It was good. So there must be a few people watching it.
Yeah, Richard Walker came up with, it's the East Riding Boys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think obviously we put this out there. I think obviously the futsal community are definitely watching it. The majority anyway.
So. I don't think we've got any abuse either today. No one's saying.
The only thing you got was the Manchester lads were asking you to swear at them.
Yeah, you know, I don't really swear on this one.
Swear at me, Dave. Swear at me. So that's what they were saying.
I'm sure I will when we play them next.
Yeah, you definitely become a bit of a don't know, an icon in the in the futsal community for maybe the wrong reasons.
Well, at least people are taking notice, aren't they? They're watching it, and it's what we wanted at the beginning.
Well, like I say, I'm on YouTube every day trying to see if anything new comes on. Like the Derby Manchester sounded a great game. I keep looking every day to see if them highlights come on. I haven't seen them yet. But I'm constantly, Helvetia one came on last night when they played Loughborough. The highlights of that and the owner talking about the game and stuff like that. So I'm constantly looking for new stuff. So I'm sure other people are. I also look back for old stuff. So I was watching some Derby stuff and Matt's actually got hair on it. 8 years ago, I think it is. He's a lot younger. But it's interesting actually because he was talking about, I can't think what team he was playing. He was playing a team and he said that's exactly where we want to be. And it's similar conversations what we're having about our team, saying that's where where Derby are where we want to be. So obviously it's good to see these teams. If you look back, it's good we're doing all this because we'll look back in 5 years and go, oh God, you remember we was only here, or was only doing this, or that this was going on. So it's definitely good to put stuff out there. And like I said, it was great on the day because Rob Smith and all the other people, we got a lot of positive feedback from it, which was great to see. So after that, we went back to our men's first team fixture. So we played Leicester around, I think, 4:20. We've got
4:20, bit of a rush to get back.
Yeah.
Different venue for us as well.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, wasn't it? Our venue wasn't available.
Yeah.
Just you book them all at the start of the season, then suddenly there's a squash event or something's going on, and sorry, you're out. Just like that, booking cancelled. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? So
it was good and bad, wasn't it? Because I think the venue was actually bigger.
Yeah,
the court side was actually bigger, but it felt.
It's the walls, isn't it?
It just felt smaller because of the walls was there, and it all felt a bit crammed in. But it's actually a couple of metres longer.
Yeah.
So, but we weren't brilliant, but I thought we played all right. We did all right. 1-7, 7-3.
7-3, yeah.
Yeah, they missed a couple of penalties as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think he's still got one lodged in the roof, hasn't he? Where sorry, mate. But yeah, there was.
He's my mate anyway.
Oh yeah, he's not my mate. He's not his mate. Yeah, your mate did it, didn't he? Bless him. He's getting a lot of abuse.
I watched it back, and all our lads up top giving him stick. Calling him Tiger King because of his mullet. Calling him mullet, and there was I think there was one where they laughed at him because he missed, and then he turned around and one of them whacks it in, and he turns around like that, laughing at him. So,
but I think he actually appreciated the banter, didn't
he? I think he frowns off that, Ben. Yeah.
But it was brilliant when he missed that penalty. He misses it, gets the rebound, that, and up into the road. See you later. But we was all right. We did a lot. We did a lot of what we'd tried in training, and some of it worked, some of it didn't work. But I thought Leicester was all right. Leicester are probably good in 2 or 3 years' time. They've got some good young kids coming through. Look, one of them in particular looked very good.
Yeah,
very good.
I was speaking to him after a couple of days later about some of the second team stuff. But there was they've said they've had some horrendous injuries this season. 3 or 4.
They got unlucky. They got another one right at the end.
They did.
20 seconds to go, and he just goes after a nothing ball, and he rolled his ankle. Gone. But that's what I think that one was bad. Yeah. His ankle had already swelled up. So I felt for them a bit, but
this is, I think, some of the young lads that have come from the second team. So this, I think this is the reason why clubs need to have second teams. To be fair, I think you can't. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If you've got the opportunity to build 2 teams,
look at ours, because we've had Luca and Rinalds out last 2 or 3 weeks, and Skelly's come in, been brilliant. On his 16, he's been brilliant, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Scored 2 against Leicester.
Yeah.
But again, you might not get the chance if them 2 are fit. You maybe don't get the chance, but now he's in the team now.
Yeah.
So it was, but it wasn't brilliant, was it? I don't know what you thought to it. It was.
I think it was a game. I think you touched on the video, so the courtside video is out, which we'll come to in a sec. Uh-huh. But yeah, I think definitely a couple of players for the Leicester team. They tried to make the game scrappy, and they tried to cause a few things, trying to rattle us. I think they felt like that's what happened in the last game, and I think they saw that as a weakness to us. But I think you'll try to keep a lid on it, and I think it.
Yeah, I think a couple of times we got involved with stuff that we didn't need to be involved in, and just should have just played. But I think we got over it and played, and we played at the right times and did enough. But yeah, it was all right. Yeah, the refs. We had a bit of a. I don't know how to word this. How do we do it? So a couple of decisions probably we didn't agree with in the game.
Well, yeah. So obviously the courtside video. So again, it's tough because for some it might look like maybe for our number one fan Matt Baker, he might look at that and go, "You blasted refs" or something like that. But it's tough because I think all coaches will disagree with decision on the day and they'll express their opinions like that. I don't think there was anything too. You know what I mean?
I don't
went too far.
We never go over and swearing at them or all like that. We're just asking. Certain instances happen though in the game, and I don't understand what they've give or why they've give it or what the card was for. And we asked the question. Some refs will talk to us, some don't. But I just think we just want a little bit more consistency. Either consistently bad and you're giving bad decisions all the time, or consistently good, which would be better. But when it's in between, you don't know. I think the classic is you're on 4 or 5 fouls. That happened in this game quite a lot, which happened to us all season. You get on 4 or 5 fouls, 10 minutes to go, and you think, right, let's get the penalty kick, take a warmed up. You never see another foul.
Yeah.
But the fouls they're giving after minute 1 are ridiculous. Then you never see them fouls again. So
well, there's one on there where Adam's going through and he gets shoulder barged off the ball. So the kid going for the ball is literally his shoulder barged and Adam's gone flying. So you sarcastically go to him, "Oh, did he slip?" And he goes, "Yeah, he slipped." And he goes, "Oh yeah, he slipped, of course he had." But after minute 1, one of their players is going through. Keno just comes across and shoulder barges him, knocks him off balance, and then a foul's given. It's like, I know it was different refs giving the decisions, but is a shoulder barge off the ball not, or do you know what I mean? And
that's all I'll ask for. We do talk to the refs at the end, don't we? We're not.
Yeah.
Hopefully nicely, but that's all I want to say. If it's a foul, then it's a foul there. And I know it's hard because the refs get different views and they'll have all their opinion on it, and he'll say it wasn't and we'll say it was, obviously, but. It's tough when you've got it all videoed and we actually now watch them back, which I'm sure the refs do as well.
Yeah.
They'll watch them back and we see what they see, but we still. Yeah. That's all. That's so it is a little bit frustrating when you're seeing fouls going in, especially the ones where I think there's a couple where our lad's about to pull the trigger and shoot, someone just slides in, takes him out, and it's not a yellow, and you think it's hard to swallow them one. And all he asks for an answer, and then I generally get the shoulders shrugged at me.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
But in football, it's a guaranteed yellow. But in futsal, it's.
I think we was on the NFS call, weren't we? And I think Mark said about the consistency. That's what their main focus is. Can they get it consistent so everyone knows where they are? I think that's the biggest frustration.
It's tough because we both ref, and it's hard to get it right, and especially when you've got like me in your ear as well, all the way down the touchline. So I get it, it's tough, but I look at the level where we're at now, and we're supposed to be equivalent to the championship, if you like. Yeah. But we're nowhere near.
Yeah.
So we've got to be realistic where we are. Some will tell us we want to be up there, and your court size has got to be international court sizes. We've got to have everything in place like a pro club. Yeah. But then the other side don't match, which we'll get onto later about that. But that was that. But
I think the big one was that knee, the knee, the knee. So for me, if that's acceptable, so that means when we go to something on Sunday, if someone annoys me, I can just run up to one knee, and I'm getting a yellow card. Whereas I'd expect to get sent off.
Well,
I think that's
again putting my ref out on. It's either nothing or it's a red.
Yeah.
But it's a tough one. If they haven't seen it, they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I think he's got away. Our biggest thing was all our team saw it and all their team saw it.
Yeah.
And everyone's on this side sees it, but the ref on this side doesn't see it. The ref on that side doesn't see it. And he still got booked, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But and then when you ask for an explanation, we didn't really get a great one. But it is what it is. I'm sure they'll look at us. I always flip it round. I'm sure the refs look at us and question what we do, what I do.
I think Rob, because obviously you'll give Rob a bit of stick. I think during half time saying he's renowned for not giving us anything. I knew exactly what you mean, but people watching that might think he's biased towards what. I think what that means is Rob's local to us, and he just knows us.
Yeah.
And we have to work. I personally, I have to work really hard to get a foul off Rob, just because he knows my game and he'll know what I'm trying to do, what I'm not. So it's not we're saying he's biased. It's just more we know him, he knows us, and sometimes
I think sometimes it don't work when the refs get. But it's hard not to.
Yeah,
he's a local ref, so he's going to get us more often than not. But then when he gets to know you, which probably helps him out, because I probably get away with a little bit more than I should as well. So it works in both ways. But like I say, it's hard. It's all right, we can sit here and say, the refs should have seen this. But I'm sure the refs get together and think, why did they play like that? And question our game plan. So they never... So I get it, because I do it all the time when I'm reffing. You get a bit of slaver back and they're not allowed to give us any. So, but a bit more consistency would be nice. But no, the other game was... That was on that Saturday. We had that First Ladies game away at Bovum.
Yes. Chris Collins.
Chris Collins' team. Went there with, I think we went with 9 players. Few players couldn't make it for work reasons, travelling reasons, that sort of stuff. And we got battered. I think Chris had his full strength team out and spanked to 16-5, I think it was.
Yeah.
Could have been, I think if we finished our chances, which we're regretting now, we could have maybe got it to 16-8, 16-10. We had some good chances and we bombed them. But there was better than us. They were just more clued up. It's our first game.
First ever competitive game on it.
Yeah, we wanted shit. There was no shape. We were just man marking and it just didn't work. Bad man marking at that. But we've had a reverse fixture.
Last Saturday.
Yeah, last Saturday just got
2 weeks after that.
Yeah, I think Chris he had the same problem we did. A couple of his main players not playing. And we've rolled them up. We're full strength. Our players could play. So we beat them 11-3. So we've turned it around totally. Looked a little bit better. We've done a little bit in training.
Yeah.
A little bit more shape. And it paid off.
Well, I've just been training out way and I've just seen you doing some stuff with the ladies. I think they've realised they need help and they need support. So hopefully if we can keep them together and we've got all that run up till whenever it is when the season starts.
September, October. So we've got a good 5 or 6 months to get a few friendlies in, get them actually looking like a team and not just footballers.
But I think the results showed. So we go from getting battered to battering them with very similar squads. Just both teams had probably 2 or 3 players missing on the away games.
Yeah, that was it. Probably two of the better players for them did travel to us.
Yeah.
Same with us, 2 of our better players did travel to them, and it just makes a massive difference.
Yeah. So to have like a 20-goal swing, it's nearly a 20-goal swing, wasn't it, between the games? I think that's the problem with futsal in general at the minute. I think you go from there's not many local leagues, obviously apart from London, where you can then make the step up to national. So you can either play regionally, locally, regionally, or nationally, where basically you're either paying nationally or you're not playing. Or if you do Skipton and play in the 6-a-side 3G competition. I did see it actually.
Skipton, get in touch if you won this week.
They're back in second place, so they're playing the Sofa Spuds.
Oh, well
playing the Sofa Spuds next week, I think.
Well, if you've got VO footage of that one, Skipton, send it down and we'll analyse it for you. Help you out a little bit. So, no hard feelings.
So, but yeah, just going back to that, and I think that we're speaking to the ladies a big saying it's great in that do you want to do it? But you're going to be going to Liverpool, Sunderland, Derby. It's like, can't we?
Two hours in every direction.
Can't we just play around here? And there's not that option. So I think that's one of the biggest problems. I think we see it in the men as well. And it's a bit like you play nationally or you don't play. So when we're getting players in, we might get a really good local footballer who plays at a high level locally in the county, and then you say, right, we're at Liverpool.
And for no money.
Yeah.
Where they can play,
yeah.
North East counties get 1,500 quid a game.
Just travel around.
Yeah, we just round Yorkshire.
Yeah,
now for us, we're saying, well, the big cup game we had, we're travelling 300 miles and you're not getting any money.
Yeah.
And you need to pay the driver 20 quid for petrol. So it's just not. It's tough. It's tough to get the players in.
It is tough to get the players in. But I think that's it's great. We've got that women's team, but it's how many will commit. Obviously.
It's going to be tough. I think we'll be fine at home. At the home games, we'll be fine. We'll get enough players. I think going away, without being, I don't know if it sounds sexy or not, but I think for the women it's really difficult because they've generally got more on the plate than the men have. They've got the kids to balance, work to balance, everything else going on in their lives, and men have it a little bit more easy, don't we? We can just say, we're off our league and we go out.
That's definitely how it is in my house, obviously.
It is in mine a little bit. It's not right, but I think the women just seem to have a lot more responsibility than men do, and it's tough for them just to downship and go. Do you know what? We're off to Sunderland today for 8 hours, and I'll be missing. So it's going to be tough for away games, which I'm sure every club.
Yeah, and this is the other problem as well. Them committed players who will travel are generally not the strongest. Yeah. That's usually how, especially with the men. That's usually we don't know which women can commit yet. So we don't know which are the strong ones. We don't know, but especially with the men, it's a bit. You'll get the die-hard. Yeah, we'll train every week. We'll do this every week, and it's like, I wish it was them. No good. So, but that's unfortunately the spot. That's where we're at. So it's going to be a fine balancing act, and when we're at home, it's not annoying the ones that'll travel. So you're not playing in this because these can play. So we've got to get that right. But like I say, we played 2 games, won 1, lost 1. We know we can compete. So
I think that's it. Looking at the team we've got, there's enough players there, good players. So if we can add a couple more in, no reason why they can't do all right in that league.
Yeah. So while we're touching on travelling, Kickins is back. We've had a brief chat of what this might be. So it refers to the last cup week. Yeah,
so it's been cup week. Quite a lot of fixtures. I think 8 fixtures in each half of the cup. In the 8 in the Super Cup, 8 in the plate.
Yeah,
and 4 of the fixtures.
Well, one of ours got called off. 4 weeks ago, something like that, when it got drawn.
4 weeks ago.
I just got a phone call saying, just don't book your venue, don't do this.
Yeah. We're not going to be coming. We're not travelling again.
Yeah.
Another one, refusing to travel.
Yeah.
And as the National League. I want to say I get it, but I don't get it. I don't get it. You're entering the National League, and then, we'll move on to the other teams and we'll go back to this. But so Rushmore bombed us. Yeah. Not coming, can't travel. I don't know if Rushmore would have got a local game in the cup, whether they'd have played it or not. We'll never know that now, but I just think it stinks not travelling. Sheffield, away to Kent.
So, the other thing I'd say on that was, I think it's about 11 o'clock kick-off. So the time you'd have to set off would be early. But I still don't think it's an excuse. I think people set off to go on holiday at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, if you set off, I don't know how long it takes to get to Kent on a Sunday morning, but I'm guessing 4 hours from there. 4 hours enough?
Yeah.
So if you set off 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure they all get up for work for that. Yeah, but you get home early, so I'm not having that as an excuse.
No.
So Sheffield, no, that's just disgusting. I think they left it did they leave it until Saturday? I don't know.
I don't know. I saw some of these games the where refs appointed, so it must have been later on.
So whatever the reason was, don't know if they got a team or what, but it's just, I'm not having that. You've got a big journey and suddenly players can't. No. Big one that I was disappointed with, Manchester City.
I was quite surprised at this. Obviously, we don't know the reason for this, but I'm sure that I would have thought their players would be hungry and would really wanted to test themselves against. Was it Helvetia?
Oh, Helvetia,
yeah. I thought they'd really want to test themselves against them.
Don't know the reason for that, but
it's
massively disappointing that they had for a team like Manchester size.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reason was, but they got spanked in the week though, didn't they? Which was crazy. They played their own team on the Tuesday. Or was it Tuesday or Wednesday in the cup? Got beaten 9-0. Yeah. And then one of the Manchester players got sent off.
Yeah, it was Danny Stapleton.
Danny Stapleton gets sent off against his own team. I don't know what he was doing or what's sparked that off. When you're winning that, I don't know. I hadn't seen what he got sent off.
That's when you need the refs on your side going, don't be... I know you can't do that, but that's when you need it.
Just come off and...
Just let us know if you're going to send him off and we'll bring him off.
But I think he maybe had a tip-off that he could do the cup draw on Sunday. If he got sent off, he could come in his shirt and tie and do the cup draw on Sunday. But if he did, thank you very much for joining us away to Derby. Could have done without that. So I don't know why Manchester hadn't come. If you want to put it on the post why he didn't turn up, I'm sure it's a good excuse. But the best one's York. Good old York. I don't like getting into York. So I don't know why York hadn't played Bolton, but they was at home, weren't they? Home time.
It was at home, so I know Junior's desperate for home games. He's desperate for home games. And this was a perfect opportunity against Bolton.
Bolton at home.
That should be a massive game.
I'm guessing here, and I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, York, please come on and tell us.
We don't watch it.
He does watch it. He secretly watches it. He texts me on the weekend. So 2 of their players are called up for the under-19s.
Yeah.
We think he's already tried to get this game postponed or cancelled or whatever he was doing. But he's failed. He's failed to get it cancelled. So to me, what he's done is classic. Spat his dummy out. We're not playing the game then.
All right, okay.
That's my guess. I'll go with that one. Again, you tell me if I'm wrong, Junior. But I think he's spat his dummy out and give him the game.
Potentially. I know he was very upset last time they played at home in the cup. I think they got beat
7-2.
7-2, yeah.
Who beat them?
Disappointing result. So maybe he didn't want to get beat again. I don't know, in front of the crowd. I don't know. But again,
you've got to look at his team and you've got all these players he's got. Here's your opportunity to play, lads. There's a couple of the England lads away. So here's your opportunity to play. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll take that opportunity away and you're not playing in case we get beat. So but all these teams, so these 4 teams have suddenly decided, Dan, that they're not going to travel or they're not going to play for whatever reason. And it's back to what we said a few weeks ago. I don't understand how we want the FA to take futsal serious when these teams feel there's an option to say, I'm not playing. Because how many times you've played at Halifax and wherever, if you was at Halifax and you got drawn away to Devon in the cup, would your Halifax team say, nah, I'm not going. I can't travel. My car's broken down or all these excuses that they come out with. Yeah. It's not even it shouldn't even be an option.
Well, I think the perfect thing about futsal, it's on a Sunday. So there's not many things. Yeah, you might have to work early on a Monday, but like I spoke to my ex-gaffer and they're at Southport tonight. It's about 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive from Alfreton, and they've got to go on a Tuesday night at 7:45 kick-off. It's like, we're so lucky it's Sunday. So, yeah, you lose your Sunday, but you lose it every week. Do you know what I mean? Unless you've got an home game and you live, do you know what I mean? So, you're right, we all want the standards to be high, but when push comes to shove, do we really want it? Do we really want to go that extra
I don't believe a lot of teams. I think there's probably half a dozen teams that are willing to do. But again, Manchester, another one that shocked me.
Manchester's a shocking one because we saw that place. We saw everything they've done with the kids. We've seen the players they bring through, and for me, they're the flagship club in the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the B team, the quality of their B team, and the players they're producing, I think everyone would love to follow their model. And then they've given the game up for whatever reason. So I'm sure that might be cleared up. But
again, when you look at the list of players they've got signed on these teams, they've all got 30, 40, 50 players signed on. If you can't get 8 players to play, there's something wrong in you. I'm just not having it. there's something wrong somewhere, and we'll never ever get taken serious.
Yeah.
While teams can just feel it's an option to say, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm just not travelling. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
The mentality's wrong. And then we'll be at Graham Dell, sort of get us a seat at the table, give us more money. Yeah, all right, mate. Well, Sheffield, you're travelling to go. Oh, no, not playing. Not playing. I just sticks in my throat. All the travelling we've done, we'll go home and away, we'll travel with the kids, we'll go everywhere. The grief we get at home for it. And then these teams just again, York, I might be totally wrong with his reasons, but you can't tell me you've got 15 injuries.
Yeah.
I'm not having it.
Obviously, the NFS will find teams. I think the problem you've got is whatever that fine is. I think it's 250 quid. When you weigh it up with petrol, it's going to be.
We mentioned this when we were doing our big check. When we took 3 or 4 cars, we've all stuck in 50, 60 quid of petrol, and we've lost a full day.
Yeah.
And it's probably worth clubbing up and taking the fine. But can you imagine Southampton saying, "Oh, Southampton at Newcastle today? I can have it.
Yeah.
Can have the points. We're not going to bother."
Yeah.
Oh, well, here's your £250 fine, then don't do it. No.
Yeah.
Just, I know they can't take the teams out because there aren't enough teams, but
Yeah.
if you're not willing to travel, I don't know why these. We knew at the beginning of the season where we're going, what we've got to do every week.
Yeah.
If I can't commit to
Well,
it.
we sit down, we say to the players, don't we? These are the teams, this is where we'll go, you know you're out.
Yeah.
And we do get excuses along the way, but generally, we know we're going to have.
We've got a pretty much hardcore team of 10, 12 will travel everywhere.
Yeah.
So
we've had to do that with second team players, 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
We've done it, haven't we? So
it's just, it shouldn't even enter your brain that there's an option to not go.
And I think that's where it needs to go. I think them fans need to be more. They have to be bigger. So you look at it and go, we can't afford to do that. We're going to have to go. We can't afford that because who funds these clubs? Do you know what I mean? So it's at the end of the day, it's someone's going to go. Now we going.
I don't know what would happen because we're supposed to be championship level. We're supposed to be running at championship level. York's supposed to be running at Premier League level. So if Hull City suddenly said we're not playing at home today, no, we've got a couple don't like what you're doing, not playing.
Yeah.
What would be the punishment?
Well, yeah.
Would they just say, "Oh, well, here's £1,000 fine, and can you play next week?" And, or would they go, "You're out, you're done."
Yeah.
Kick them out.
Yeah.
If you've got the option like York have to turn around and say, "I'm not playing," why do you deserve a spot in the top league? Drop to Tier 3 or drop to go play Skipton every week. You know, you can do that in Skipton's level, just not turn up on your Sunday night jollies.
Yeah.
But it's the league needs to sort this out. I don't know how you do it because you can't make people travel.
No, you can't make people travel, but I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure people will be looking at it.
Because again, if you find them somewhere, if you say, "Right, it's a £2,000 fine, we ain't got no money, we'll go, the club's bankrupt." What happens then?
Yeah.
You can't get the money and you've lost the team. But the sport's dead anyway. If you can't get teams to travel, the sport's dead.
Yeah. And
that's where futsal's at. Yeah. But we're letting teams in because they've got the big courts and they can do this, but they've not got the backing.
No.
It's a bit like Helvetia, isn't it? They've got a court. Got some really good players. The first 10, 12 are good, and you look underneath, there's nothing.
Yeah. Well, so they travel to Cambridge. To be fair to Helvetia, they travel to Cambridge. I know it's the distance not there, but they travel with 5 players. And they played with 5, and they full 5 played 40 minutes. So whether that's because they would have got a fine if they didn't go, and
probably got fat, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. They probably got fined for only taking 5 as well. So you can't win, can you? But it's if the league says you need to have this amount of players and you have to turn up to these fixtures.
Well, that's the difference between us and football, isn't it?
Yeah,
you could never, if it was all City in a wave of injuries come through the squad, it just brings some more players in.
Yeah.
They've got all the players in the background because they're a club. When you're just relying on 5 players, a 5-a-side team, you're not a club.
Yeah.
You're a Skipton, and it's not sustainable. For me, it's not, but it's just showing it now. But these teams not travelling, but
yeah. Well, that brings on to our next fixture, which is a bit of a trek for us, Sunderland.
Yeah,
away.
we're not going to bother, are we? How far is it?
Well, I think we've secured. Well, have we secured third? I don't know if we have secured third. It's close. We're nearly there, aren't we? Top three, I think.
I think we've got to get another point, haven't we?
Yeah. So
Maybe.
if we don't play Sunderland, we've got Trent. So if we
well,
beat Trent,
yeah.
who did take Derby close, didn't they, in the cup?
Yeah,
we can't see Derby's lineup on.
I don't know if Trent's got better or Derby took it too easy and put the seconds out. I'm not sure.
But either way, if we can get a point against Trent, we don't need to travel to Sunderland. So we'll take it.
How much is the farm?
So, but no, I don't know what time kickoff is, but we've got to take that
11:30.
No,
it's 1:30. 1:30 kickoff.
Right.
So
that's reasonable then.
We'll set off at 10. Yeah, we drew 7-7, didn't we?
Drew 7-7.
7-7.
What do you think to the game? What the last one, or how do you think?
The 7-7 one was crap horrible.
Yeah,
we were shocking defensively.
Yeah.
Changed a lot since then, so we'll see how we've. And then the cup game.
That was our under-18s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Probably our oldest player was 17. Wasn't
Yeah.
So we chucked the young lads out, didn't we, that game?
They
did all right. They lost 4-2. It was 3-2. Won it right to the death, and then we went flying and got caught. So.
Yeah.
I don't know how Sunderland will go. I don't know if they'll sit in.
I think what I saw from them, they're probably, a bit like we said with the ladies, they'll get more players at home than they will travelling. That's what I suspect. I've watched some videos. I think I watched them play Sheffield, and then we analysed and watched them, and they came to us and half of them weren't there. Yeah. So it was like.
But I think every trek for Sunderland's hard.
Every away game is a trek.
It's a big trek for them.
Yeah.
Big trek. But
we'll just up there on the road.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're going to do or how they're going to play.
Where are their position? Fifth,
something like that. Sixth.
Yeah.
I think they've been a bit 1-3, drawn 3, lost 3, something like that. A bit scrappy.
So again, it probably.
Just never know what team they're probably. Yeah.
So what are you expecting?
I think it'll be fairly tight. I think it'll be a tight game. Hopefully, we'll come on.
I'll tell you what, even Leicester game and Liverpool, we've probably shown a bit more, but they've all been close games, haven't they?
Yeah, I think the last few games, well, barring the Liverpool one, we went to pot a bit defensively again, didn't we? But barring that one, we've been a bit better of late.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can carry this on. But again, don't know. So if Sunderland's sitting, it might be a bit of a boring affair. But they might just come and get us. Yeah. Might have enough players.
It's at the Beacon, I believe. So they might be going across 3.
It'd be nice if they went full. If they went 40 metres, I think.
Yeah.
If they play on the small pitch, it'll be tough. But I think if they go on the big pitch, I'd fancy us there.
Yeah.
I'd fancy us on the bigger pitch.
And the cup draw. So last week we obviously, I couldn't work out if it was a good draw or a bad draw. So we could have got Kent.
Kent away.
Could have got Kent away.
Yeah.
Which we wouldn't have gone to.
Yeah, we'd have bombed that one. Definitely.
So we got an away game, but it was against probably the toughest.
I think
toughest.
Loughborough still in it, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what they are now.
Yeah.
But Loughborough probably decent.
Yeah.
Bedford's still in it. They look all right.
Yeah. I think we was definitely impressed by that one. It was stronger, quicker, faster.
Yeah.
Everything was.
I think it's tough. Derby's only an hour and a half for us.
Yeah. So it's
But it's a lot cheaper for us because we just have to pay 30-40 quid petrol and we're done.
Yeah.
Where a home game costs you a fortune. You've got to pay the venue, pay the refs.
Yeah.
So it probably saves us 300 quid going for the away game. And to be fair, their venues
the one
far better than ours. So it's
because we would have been playing at an alternate venue.
Yeah, so it'll suit us to play there. But I suppose
the only problem we'll have with that is our 2 transfers from Christmas. Adam and Reese won't be available, so we'll have them for the league game.
We'll have to get him a little moustache and that for that game, won't we? And Cock. Just change his name a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll play him 2 weeks running, don't we? Get him in the league, then we'll get him in the cup.
Yeah, it could have been West Ham as well, could it? The cup draw, so we'll
get him straight after. At least we'll know all about them.
Yeah, it'll give our young lads a good chance to see where they're at against them. But they might do the same. We don't know. Derby have obviously if the beat us in the league, the league's pretty.
They're already in the playoffs, aren't they?
Yeah,
I don't think we can catch them. Manchester's irrelevant because they can't go up.
Yeah.
So they're already in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we'll do it.
It's tough, that, isn't it? I don't know how you play that towards the end of the season. Do you try and not have injuries, or do you try and go full on and keep the tempo, keep everything? Because I think when we felt a rhythm, we've had a break. It's hard to get back into it, isn't it?
If I was them, I think if he had a choice of playing a weekend team, I'd probably do it in the league and play the stronger team in the cup.
For what reason?
Because the league's done.
Yeah, but and then try and win the cup.
And then win the cup. I'd probably put a strongest team out in the cup and a weakened team out in the league. The league's done. They can't go unbeaten now.
Yeah, but they still want to win. I don't know if there's a trophy for winning the league, but you still want to win it, don't you? So
I suppose, they might want to win it, but maybe they do, yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. It's tough, isn't it?
It's tough. I'd probably rather win the cup, because if you could have the league winners title and still not get promoted this year.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Because you could go into that group, get a couple of injuries against us, and you think, great, we've got a trophy and I'm still in League Two.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd probably go for the cup more than the league now.
Yeah, I'd be the opposite.
Would you go for the league?
I'd focus on. I think. Well, I'd go full on for all of them. Just any slight injury concerns, but anyways. We're talking about Derby. It's talking hypothetically, but it's, to be fair to Derby, they're in a great position. They can do whatever they want.
They can do what they want,
They can do whatever they want. But moved on to general chit chat there. But that was an extra long one today. Obviously, we've had 2 weeks to file into one episode, so we'll be back next week, hopefully with another Coxside video from Sunderland away, which will feature your pre-match predictions in the car. Hopefully, if George can get up on Sunday morning.
Well, be early for him at 10 o'clock.
So and we'll report back next week with another one of these.
Yep.